Wish I can, folks. Back with another reaction, back with some more punk rock, and back with more from the Creeping Tide. Once again, big shout out to Ben. And we're going to go back to the self-titled album, 2022, though I did mention I've been recently made aware that he has an album that has just come out now in 2023, and we'll get to that soon. But the next tune on the self-titled album is Blackhole, which conceptually it's a place where there's such intense gravity that not even light can escape. Nothing can escape from it. Now, we do actually know Hawking radiation exists, meaning radiation can actually be ejected from black holes, which is sort of counterintuitive, but we're already dealing with some of the most extreme and counterintuitive phenomenon in the universe that we know of. But conceptually, it's the idea, it's a place where the gravity is so strong you can't get away from it. There's not even a speck of light because that gets pulled down. So, as a metaphor, it could refer to a place, whether that's a place of mind or an actual place out in the world, but where someone, can't get away from it. They're caught in this loop, they're caught by this pull that keeps them from getting away. Now, all of that sounds negative. I suppose there could be a different take on it, but, when I think of it as a figurative expression, I think of something that brings in everything and lets nothing escape. So I do wonder what will be at play. Let's find out. This is the Creeping Tide. The track is Black Hole, and it's from his self-titled album 2022. There's a cool sense of compositional creativity, like at the end of these tracks. There's moments where I feel like it could just end at the end of a measure and it'd be solid, it'd be like a totally fine ending, but there's these cool epilogues or like codas on the end of the tunes that I like a lot. So shout out to that. Again, I've been mentioning there's a couple tunes already that have given me a bit of a Social D vibe. This one, that had that certainly, but that highest guitar line, which sounds like there's multiple guitars and bass, but The like really high sort of atmospheric guitar line, a bit like emotional guitar line. That gave me almost a bit of Subhumans vibes, so I enjoyed the electric sound of that. And yeah, Black Hole of Emotion, so it did, relate to a place where like all emotions go and none can escape, which I'm not sure if that's about, feeling deadened because you can't let your emotions out, or perhaps they feel bottled up. Or if the analogy is something different. Again, these songs tend to take me multiple listens, especially punk rock, where like, my brain is inclined to hear the guitars and the pace and the energy, which is very much what led me to techno. It's funny, I've mentioned before, when I discovered acid techno, it was after having listened to punk rock for a couple years already in the 90s. I discovered punk rock like 93, 94, and I discovered techno like late 96. And when I discovered acid techno, it was like, man, this is like the punk rock of the electronic music that I've begun hearing. And to this very day, I think that's a connection that a number of folks, Ben Fraser included, Chris Liberator included, The Geezer included, would definitely appreciate. So yeah, bottom line, shout out to Ben. And like I said, I'll have to re-listen to these tunes. Feel free to comment. But yeah, it seemed like we're talking about a black hole of emotions and what that might feel like mentally. So yeah, do let me know what you think of the tune. I'll see you next time. Peace.